Hi, I'm Robert Brownell, and I'd like to welcome everyone to this month's Polk County Update. I'm a county supervisor here in Polk County. My pals at the city give us an opportunity to discuss county matters on the city channel once every month. That's great. We really appreciate it. We're so unbelievably cheap at Polk County that we don't have the audio-visual wherewithal to pull this off. So without the fine folks at the city, we'd be nowhere. So embarrassing. So thanks again to Moines City staff. It's really appreciated. Anyway, welcome, and I'm glad you're taking a minute or two to see what we're up to at Polk County and across the Des Moines Metro. We're into the final month of winter here in Des Moines, and it's been a lot better winter this year than it was last year. I think we can all agree on that. But it's still winter. It's still cold, and it's just a lot tougher for people that have no homes, people that live in the woods, for example. There's been a lot of discussion among citizens, nonprofits, and elected officials with respect to this level of homeless person, people that live in campgrounds. The discussion often revolves around why this group of people doesn't just find a shelter and a meal and a roof at one of the local shelters. That's a good question, and I think there is some truth to the theory that many of these people just don't want the structure of a homeless shelter such as it is. But while that may be true of some of the population, it's not true for all of it. Some of the population has mental health issues, some have physical issues. There are a variety of reasons why people end up on a riverbank and not in a shelter. During the last calendar year, the City of Des Moines and Polk County began something called the Homeless Coordinating Council, or HCC. The council also brought in policymakers and members of our business and religious communities. Basically, membership in this policy level of this committee meant that your organization funds providers of service to the homeless. A steering committee was also formed that included input from our many great providers. One of our objectives was to get people out of the camps and into reasonable living conditions as soon as possible. We'll be studying metrics on how successful this process has been. It's just too early to tell right now. With me today is my good friend Chris Johansson, the Assistant City Manager from the City of Des Moines. Chris, what have we collaboratively done with the homeless living in camps since winter began?
With the efforts of the Homeless Coordinating Council and partnering with a lot of the nonprofits and community partners, we've assembled some funding to be used to get some of the individuals living in the camps into housing. We do this through two programs. The first program is a program we call Project Reconnect. This program allows individuals that are currently living homeless along the rivers in our city to be reunited with their families. A lot of individuals may not be from Des Moines, but could be stranded in Des Moines and looking to be back with families in other parts of the country. We do provide transportation assistance to get those individuals back with their family. This program has helped approximately 20 individuals so far and has been very successful. Another program that this effort has developed is to put individuals directly into private rental units. This program takes individuals that are willing to live and accept case management into private rental units all across the metro area. So far, this program has assisted 12 individuals, and with some additional funding that's just come online, we're looking to assist another 18 individuals.
That sounds great. We're funding this through county money, corporate grants, and Des Moines money from a public housing endowment. Can you explain where that money comes from?
Yes. The money has been received from various community partners, specifically from Polk County, from United Way of Central Iowa, the Greater Des Moines Community Foundation. We have also included the Des Moines Area Religious Council, and through their fundraising efforts with their member congregations has raised funding to make this possible. Additional funding has come from the City of Des Moines through some federal grants that they do receive that will be used for rent assistance as well.
Can you spend that money on anything?
No. The funding that we do receive, the Polk County Housing Trust Fund does serve as a fiscal agent for the dollars that is received for this program, and it is specifically tied to rental assistance for case management, can be used for transportation assistance, so there are some strings that do come with the money.
Okay. You know, I think it's possible some of our good citizens could feel that the homeless are getting a free home. How do you see it?
I don't see it that way. A lot of individuals, these individuals in particular, could be down on their luck. There's a lot of different factors they're facing, whether it's from physical or mental disabilities, loss of job, loss of income. This opportunity gives them a chance to get back on their feet. They are required to go through a case management program, so as long as they're meeting their goals to become self-sufficient, I think it's well worth the money.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know of one guy over a 6 or 8 year period that was charged with public intox over 500 times. Now he's been moved into a 1-bedroom apartment, which he keeps immaculate, and he has caused us 0 public intox citations in that time. My point is, the fact that some of these people live in the woods doesn't necessarily mean they don't cost us anything. Every one of those 500 public intox charges came along with a couple of policemen, broad lawns, the county jail, some judges, and it goes on and on. So it's not free. I wonder, Chris, if we'll be able to pinpoint at some point the cost per person of what it costs us to serve the homeless.
That is one of the goals of the program. After the end of this pilot program, at the end of 12 months, we're going to be able to document how much costs have been saved, either through hospitalizations, through the use of police officers, using the jail system. We hope to be able to come up with some numbers to justify the cost for the dollars and see this as a program that we can continue in the future.
I hope so. Is it more effective to provide a home than it is to do nothing? I don't know. We're looking for those answers, and I hope we can find those answers down the line here with our Homeless Coordinating Council. Thanks a lot, Chris. I appreciate your work on the Homeless Coordinating Council and the work you're doing for a pretty vulnerable population. I think we all hope for success in this area, particularly with the people that have mental health issues. That's all we have for this month's county update from Polk County. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next month when I hope we'll be in the midst of warmer weather and the beginnings of a beautiful Des Moines spring. Thanks again for joining us.